17-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set. 180.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
50-50.
54 is Mike.
59.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
53. Ready.
2nd and 10. Stafford again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check 99.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a line 1st down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a line 1st down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set. 250. Zebra.
Check 50, check 50.
Topper, topper. Omaha, ready, move.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Pascal.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Zach Pascal. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Line 54. Hey, here we go.
22.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Now Wentz. And Diggs has it. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Into the red zone. Wentz. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford setting up the screen for Miller. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Draw play. This is Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Lions 3.
Set. Get us 20. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. A good throw here, finding Pascal. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 51. Who there?
Hey, 5-0.
Watch the shit.
Zebra.
Ringer, guys. Fight 51.
Back to throw. Stafford. And he's going to go down again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So the Vikings bringing the offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Stafford here coming off his pick six. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
He's crossed him to the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This thrown quickly out to Jones.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd and 1, Stafford, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, 20 shots!
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
64, straight 15, straight 15. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 2, Wentz.
Here we go.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Alert! Let's bring 40 got.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score. And the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 19. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again to Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You don't want nothing. 40 got. Hey, you don't want to 32. You don't want to
The shotgun snap for Stanford. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's now 3rd and goal.
White. Mike, 54's Mike.
Hey, high 7.
You don't want nothing. Get it. Pick up the ball. Hey, watch out. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Alert!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
This is Miller. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Drill right, 22.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
To throw on 2nd down to Stanford. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Stanford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And the 13-year man puts it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Stanford. Now, the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch the run. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
On second and 12, Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Easy.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Leroy.
Hey, one set. Check Mike. 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Danny.
Stafford now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
And middle.
From the gun, Stafford, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while, because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On second down now. It's Bell, and room there to work it inside the 25. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 24.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. Open man here is Conklin. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now here's a first down throw that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. A good throw here, finding Pascal. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Stafford, open man is Miller. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. The first down carry here for Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5 now. Stafford, his pass caught at the 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down.
Hey. 59! 57 to Mike. Hey, Alpha.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
22! Hey, check it out.
On 4th down, Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Wentz going to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that one goes out of bounds, and let's see here. They're going to walk this back to the 40-yard line. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And some space here. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On second down, Cook. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. 250. Hey, 55 to Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Real right. 22.
On first down, Stafford here. He got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.